especially as regards what has been happening back home here in Port Harcourt. One of the incidences that happened this year was the state of emergency declared in your home state, which you had said you were not happy about. But much later it was seen that peace was achieved. Some truth was gotten to. But in recent days, it appears that that peace which was achieved is now shaking somewhat.
What's wrong with
And
these people now?
it appears that all is not well at home. So
Just don't know now.
this is coming on against the backdrop of comments by the governor of the state, Nalai Fubara, that it seems that he's now been given the all clear to join the All Progressives Congress. Is this a part of the plan? Or is this something that has happened behind your back? Is this something that you are aware of? Because the comments that you have made in recent times suggest that you might not be happy with that particular development.
I cannot say that I have any right to stop somebody from associating with any party or whatever. And from what you've said, there's nothing left that anybody will say that why you still want to remain in PDP because of the leadership tussle. The only thing I say is that somebody people think that when you say your mandate will stand, that gives you automatic ticket. And that's what I said, though. That does not give anybody automatic ticket. You have to work, you have to earn the ticket for you to be able to represent your people. So many governors have left PDP. I have been accused, if you remember, so many governors have accused me that I'm working for Tinubu APC to be able to destroy PDP. But the same people have also left PDP to go to APC. So they're not surprising that my governor had to go to APC. No, they're not surprising. It doesn't need my clearance. I'm not the owner of APC. So it doesn't need my clearance for him to say that. It's natural. You saw that assembly people left for APC. You saw that all the party council chairmen left for APC. I mean, it's natural that the governor will also have to leave for APC.
Yeah, but the comments you have made suggest that these are developments that you are not happy with. So, for instance, in recent times, you had a meeting with leaders from Obiakpo and other local governments around the Query saying that we cannot be used and dumped. Agreement is agreement, and other such comments. And people are suggesting that this has to do with the defection of the governor. This also has, and you can correct us if we're wrong, does this have anything to do with your relationship with the president? Because there'll be questions as to who's using who and who's dumping who.
No, it has nothing to do with the president. At all, let me make that clear. It has nothing to do with the president. I had to go to Tor to thank people. Remember, if you are not in the state and you are away, the likelihood that people may want to be able to change their mind towards your leadership. And then you find out again that despite the fact that you're away, people are still willing to be with you. And this period demands that look, go back to them and say thank you for standing with me all this period. And because to show gratitude is one thing that God loves so much. And if you show gratitude, the likelihood that you get more things. So what I said about that is that, look, and so many things were rich. And we believe that the other party, the assembly, and other parties have been able to, play their own part. And it's expected that the governor and some people should be able to play their own part. If that part is not being played, and then you think that the only way you can achieve it is by saying, okay, let me join the party where the president belongs to. No. What was saying, look, there was a truth. And certain things were agreed. And there's a need for you to fulfill those things. And the assembly should also be able to fulfill their own part. So that's what the point I'm making, not a question of using me and dumping me. No, that has nothing to do with that.
So as a follow-up to Mokwe's question, one of the contentious areas of the disagreement before the before the state of emergency was imposed was this issue of structures. And so this morning we saw on TV that the governor has sent emissaries to his local government to collapse the PDP structure there to APC. And so is structure likely to be a fresh point of disagreement between you and the governor?
I don't know about collapsing. The chairman of the council there is APC. And like I rightly told you here, there are 22 local governments. Out of the 22 local governments, you have about 20 being APC and two being PDP. The likelihood that those two will join APC. And if they do that, it means that working together, they have to collapse whatever structure they have. First of all, when you say you are joining the party, there is something you have to offer, right? Like some other states did. The governor is moving. You have assembly to move it. You have council chairman to move it. You have party chairman to move it. You have national assembly to move it. Well, in this case, these people have already left on their own, by their own volition. So assembly was one that took the first decision. Remember, when the assembly defected before, they did not defect. All they said, on your mandate we stand. That is not defection. Because all they said, they were going to support Mr. President. And then the night came out to say, well, this time around, in supporting Mr. President, we have to join his party. And the same thing has happened to the other candidates of PDP who said, look, we're also defecting to APC. So it has nothing to do with the local government collapsing APC, PDP structure. For here in River State, here, I can tell you, we have always maintained that Mr. President will be supported. Whether you are in PDP, whether you are in APC, all of us have maintained that we have to support a president. This is not the first time. We did it in 2023. Even when we were in PDP, we supported Mr. President. But the point I'm trying to make is that so many people are now thinking that the moment you shout on your mandate, it becomes that is automatic that you have a ticket. I said, no, that does, supporting president has nothing to do with that. We are supporting president. Does not mean that we must have automatic ticket. We are supporting president based on certain factors, which we have seen severally.
So let me just butt in here. The question people are asking is how much longer do you have left in the PDP with all the people around you, the local government chairman, literally all the local government chairmen in your state in the APC now, your governor too in the APC, federal lawmakers in the APC. So how much longer are you going to remain in the PDP?
Oh, the mere fact that people have left and gone to APC does not mean I have to leave. No. It's not correct.
So are you a member of the PDP?
I'm a member of PDP. That's why I'm still there. That's why he still says he's not happy.
Even when all those around you, all your foot soldiers are all in APC?
No, it's not correct. That you're a member of the assembly or a council chairman or a member of the assembly does not mean that there are no other persons. It's not correct. It's not correct.
But that's what constitutes the structure in the real sense of...
Well, you may think so. But there are also structures in terms of party. There are also structures in terms of party.
So if you are working for the president and you are not a member of his party, and the governor is a member of his party and is working for the president, don't you think that at some point there may be clashes, particularly as to who decides what? When he defected, for instance, we saw the party's national machinery moved in his favor to receive him. It was registered with so much fanfare, giving membership 001, and he also declared and proclaimed himself the leader of the APC in River State. Where does that leave you?
Can I tell you something? When he said fanfare, he come to APC with who? He said, what is 001?
That's his
nothing,
membership.
let me tell you, there's nothing like in the state 001. You register in your ward and your local government. It's in your ward. So if you are 001, it is in your ward. There's nothing like state registration called 001.
No,
There's nothing like as registered in the state as 001. Everybody registered in his own ward. You could be the first person to register by virtue of your position.
But operationally, as a sitting governor,
Yes.
he becomes the leader of the party.
I don't know about that.
How would you not know
I
that?
don't know about that. Because if he says so, who's the leader of APC in the Lagos State?
The governor.
Your Excellency.
You see that?
Your Excellency.
So there are exceptions to the rule.
yeah.
There are exceptions to the rule.
And
Assuming it's a rule.
And the leader of NMPP in Kano is Kwankwaso.
Oh, hi. So let's not go into all those kind of things. See, leadership is not because I'm a governor. Leadership is not because I'm a minister. You must have something that makes you a leader. Today, if I say I want to go to APC, that will be the end of even talking about it. I'm not going to. You will see other states. Join leaders in other states who are in PDP. We join. That's what they call a leader. I'm not a leader that's concentrated in the states. No. If today I say, look, gentlemen, we have had enough of PDP, we have to move. Watch those who the camp in Benue. Watch those who the camp in Plateau. Watch those who the camp in Abia. Watch those who the camp in Edo.
Before the governor's movement to the APC, was there any kind of conversation between the two of you? Were you in the know that was going to happen? Because before that time, sorry, sir, before that time, the governor had been in the public complaining or responding to people who accuse him of abandoning the peace pact. And that is that it was not him that ought to advance the peace pact, that the leader of our leader ought to have called the meeting of everybody and all of that. That didn't happen, and it shouldn't be seen to be jumping the gun. And then days to when he was going to join the APC, he started commissioning projects, and there were things he started saying that those people, if you want to support Tinubu, don't follow
No corner,
and all of that.
I don't know who is supporting Tinubu and following corner.
Well, he was referring to you.
Wouldn't that be a direct reference?
How could that be when the whole Nigeria knows that my one supporter of Tinubu? What is corner? When I have stated openly that is what I will do. When the whole governors of PDP had accused me that I'm working for Tinubu, so how could that be a corner?
Yeah, but what happened to that peace pact? What happened to it?
If I'm doing corner, the assembly people will not go. The council chairman won't go. If they won't go. And let me tell you, I've always stated this, that why most people don't trust politicians is this issue that people don't keep to their words, and which is very wrong. And I don't want to be that politician. I want to be a politician that I have said something and go and sleep. This is what I've said. You don't need to think about it. Everybody knows that once I said this is what I would do, I would do it.
From all I can hear, clearly all is not well.
No, it's not well.
All is not well.
It's not about all is not well. All can never be well.
Why can't all be well?
No, in politics all can never be well.
But most things should be well in politics.
But that's why nobody's fighting.
Because it was alleged that there was a meeting, I think, that you brokered in Abuja. The governor was present and all of that.
Look,
and there were certain things that were to follow.
I have always said that what I don't like people who are economical with the truth, and I don't like that. The governor cannot say that I have not brokered a meeting between him, Speaker, and the leadership of the House. The governor cannot say that I have not brokered a meeting between the elders, which he was present in Chief Alabama's house. You see, that's why, I don't like politicians who are economical with truth. There are things that shouldn't come to the national television to begin to talk about. It means that you are not matured. But that's why I said here, can Sheyi in his conscience say this and this and that? Can the governor in his conscience say, no, there was no meeting that was held between himself, speaker, and the leader?
Yeah, and there was some conditions.
Would you say that they will never call a meeting of the elders' council? See, look, I'm a politician. There are certain steps you take. There are certain steps you should take that people will know that indeed you are serious about this. Take for example, nobody told me to go and visit the assembly. I have to look, I'm a politician. Assembly, I'm coming to visit you tomorrow to say thank you for your support. I don't need anybody to tell me that. I don't need anybody to tell me I call National Assembly this festive period. Thank you. We all work together. I believe we continue to work together. Nobody will tell me as a politician. I call party chairman to say, look, if we have been here, giving us support all this while, I know we continue to work together. I don't need anybody to say I should do that. I don't need anybody. I don't need anybody to say, look, to call, look, how are you? This is, I wish you Merry Christmas and prosperous New Year. I don't need anybody to tell me to do that. And these are things I talk about, whether you are serious. There are steps you take. So when somebody says, the governor, that I'm going to call a meeting, first of all, it behoves on you too. What role have you been playing? It's very laughable.
So this peace deal
take for example now, no, just take for example. What stops you to put a call to the speaker? Speaker, how are you? How you doing with the Christmas? I wish you prosperous new year. Do you need me to call a meeting for you to wish them happy new year? Come on. And people like to, that's why I say it depends on what's in your mind. And people also believe that the moment you say you are working for Tinubu, it means that
also
no. I have said, assuming PDP does not have crisis now, how many people would have left PDP? How many people was able to say whether they are PDP or not, I will support Tinubu? So the issue of saying, who? This is the man who the whole Nigerians have known clearly. Ask, how many ministers have been abused the way I'm being abused? Why? Everybody knows my stand. Everybody knows my position. It's not hidden. So when people say, don't follow, who's following Korakana? Who? When you know, you the journalist know, this is Wike's role, what he's been doing. He said he will support president, and he has supported president. I don't think, after, like I said before, after president are the most abused politician. Why are they abusing me? Why are they not happy?
So can I say, is it safe to say then that this truce that was achieved this year is now gone to the wind?
I don't know.
And if the governor said he is not going to represent the 2025 budget, because we understand that was also an issue. If he was not going to represent it because the sole administrator had already presented that budget to the National Assembly, and the National Assembly already passed a 2025 budget for Rivers State. If anybody is talking about the budget, it should be 2026. If the governor's argument is along that line, will it not be right?
That's why I'm saying that. See, when you say right, that's not like right in politics.
Where?
Politics is give and take. Let me tell you. You see, you must take such a stand when you know you're in control. You don't take a stand when you know you're not in control. You don't do that. Nobody does that in politics. Okay, take for example, I can tell you this. In 2025, the president was to go and present budget. In 2025 budget.
2026, you mean?
No, 2025.
Okay.
he got intelligence that there are some things moving on in National Assembly. He shifted it and called the leadership for discussion. And they discussed. And then he moved on to go and present the budget. You cannot say, I will do, I will not. No, no, no. Nobody does that in politics. Nobody does that. You should know that, see, even if you have the control of the house, you must not take them for granted. But it is, look at the United States, the Congress. They move left, right, and center. But the president has to go and lobby, right? It's allowed. It's not there where you say, oh, I must do this. You must say that if you are the one who is totally in charge.
Okay, so just to follow
You don't do that in politics. It's give and take. So there are things that you do underground. Even me, as I'm preparing my 2026 budget, which I will send to Mr. President, and Mr. President will send to the National Assembly, I must talk with the House Committee. I must talk with the Senate Committee.
And now that you just
mentioned, in charge of FCT.
You just mentioned the senator or the Senate Committee in charge of the FCT. What about the senator who was elected from the FCT?
Yeah.
Whose relationship with you has been a bit frosty since she was elected?
That's again when I say I don't like people who play double standard. You see, politicians should be careful. Why? Okay, let me show you, as if I knew. The senator wrote me a letter.
Senator Ireti King?
Yes, wrote me a letter.
Recently?
Yes. Showing appreciation what I'm doing in Abuja.
This is the Seyi Makinde style. You two are bringing out documents from...
No, let me tell you. Because I said, let me tell you. This has nothing to do with $1 million.
We insist on reading that letter so that we can be sure of what is inside.
Look at it. Look at it. It was dated 14th November 2025. His Excellency, Barrister Somezon with the Honorable Minister of City. Appreciation for the rehabilitation of Kunene Street Road, Maitama. I write to express my appreciation to you and the Federal Capital Development Administration for the recent rehabilitation and fixing of the roads in Kunene Street, Maitama. On behalf of my fellow residents, please accept my heartfelt thanks and that of the community for your dedication, listen, for your dedication to service and your continuous efforts in ensuring that Abuja remains a model city. Kindly be assured of my continued collaboration in advancing the development goals of the Federal Capital Territory. Sincerely, Senator Ireti Hiba Kingibe. Thanking me for my dedication to making sure Abuja remains a model city.
It doesn't remove the fact...
I'm coming to refer.
Yeah.
So if we have that kind of relationship you're talking about, what are we thinking? The point is...
Just a moment. Just a moment, Your Excellency. Are you saying then that you're collaborating with her or that you're consulting with her?
The point is that it shouldn't be something personal. The only person I should talk about is the president, whom I'm owed a duty, where he is my appointer, who appointed me, right? Now, I relate with the committees. Overseeing the affairs of the FCT. And luckily, she's a member of that committee, right? So, in anything I'm doing as far as FCT concerned, I relate to that committee, which is a member. It's not something personal to say I must have a personal relationship. No. As long as I say we should not reduce governance to that level. The moment I have a relationship with the committee overseeing the affairs of the Senate, of the FCT, and you're a member of that committee, that is enough.
But you heard only recently, the senators were upset. They raised this issue of Abuja being filthy on the floor of the Senate. I'm sure you also heard her contributions
No,
as
no,
well.
no, no, that's not what happened. See, she raised a motion
Yes.
of urgent national urgency. And by their rules, what is urgent here? You see, Nigerians, we should learn how to appreciate when people do things. You have commended me for making Abuja to be a model city. If that is correct, the mere fact that there are 2 areas that you think have not been done well does not generally mean that you are not doing well in Abuja. No.
Yeah.
And I've told people to learn this, that today, look at what Abuja used to be in the past 10 years. Is it what it is today? Which means that's appreciable improvement in terms of security, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of... When we came on board, you cannot... without security, in terms of sanitation, it was bad. And I told you, we never gave us a job. It was given by the previous administration. And you know, they are telling how to expect before you can, and then you have to do a procurement, and it is not easy. And by now, you see that there's a change. Yes, before there was, because we had to do new procurement for new people to take over the sanitation matter. And we must be patient. But you cannot have a modern city which you have appreciated me, and then you now go back to say Abuja is filthy. Okay. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
What makes a modern city?
Your Excellency.
If a city is dirty, it cannot be a modern city. If there's no infrastructure, it cannot be a modern city. If there's no security, it cannot be a modern city.
All right. Festus has the next question.
Yes.
Yes. Let's go back squarely to 2027 politics.
Yeah.
And you just said that politics will start. You will start
January.
politics fully in January.
Yes, yes.
Most people think that what's going to happen in 2027 will be a rematch of 2023. But so much has changed between 2023 and now. Today, APC has well over 28 governors, and your party, at least your nominal party, is in legal coma. The party that appears to be rising is ADC. How much do you rate the chances of that party? Because we also understand that on January 1, Obi will be joining APC formally. ADC formally. And people have said that if the opposition had come together in 2023, they would have had a better chance of defeating the incumbents. So today, how do you rate the chances of what is now the left of the opposition against the president? Do you agree that it should be a rematch of 2023?
Now, let me tell you something. It's really unfortunate. I've said it clearly. And whether anybody wants to believe it or not. If there should be any opposition that will give fight to APC, it should have been PDP.
Yes.
I don't know where you are saying that ADC is rising. I don't know where they are rising. Mention the state where they are rising. Mention. You see, I don't like this newspaper politics. Every politics is local. As per the issue of presidency, we have agreed. But those who are supporting us, now look, it's likely that PDP cannot have that chance now to take over the presidency. That does not mean that PDP cannot win a state. That does not mean that PDP cannot win a state. You must see, take for example, if I come to Rivers State now, for example, and I say I'm going to support PDP, for example, or PDP is going to get a gubernatorial the tendency is that council chairman, House of Assembly will support that. It's leadership. I've always told you, when people have confidence in you, don't betray it. And that confidence, as far as I'm concerned, you cannot take it away as far as Rivers State is concerned. You cannot. You can't. You can't. You see, look at the local structure. Who are those who are council chairmen today? Who are the councillors today? So it is difficult, no matter the amount of money you have, for you to uproot that. It's going to be difficult. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's going to be very, very difficult. If our own team says we're going to support you for governorship, you go home and sleep. If we say we won't support you, You have to fight it hard. That's the point we are trying to, to make.
What
So when I say
say?
politics general, let me tell you.
Yes.
Why I say so. Next year is a political year. Why is it a political year? Yeah. Primaries will take place in the various political parties. Yeah. So as a politician, you have to let everyone listen. We have to organize ourselves. We have to be ready to play this politics now. We have taken 2 years talking about infrastructure in Abuja. We have taken 2 years talking about security in Abuja. We have taken 2 years to talk how do we fix the sanitation. Listen, area councils will take place in Abuja in February, right? Do you think, as it is today, that PDP will win that election in the area council? With what the administration of the president has done, it will be difficult.
What of Labour?
It will be difficult. What about what?
Labour.
Yeah, that's also what I've said. But see, for you to win, you must put your house, that it is not easy. And let us tell ourselves the simple truth. See what is happening in Abuja today. Under whose administration is that? It's under the administration of Ahmed Bola Tinubu. And so people have that sympathy for him. It is not as if it is PDP. No. Look,
Abuja people don't like voting for the ruling party.
No, that's before. Because you have to show what you've done. You see, today, why would they vote for the ruling party? When you have not gone to the rural areas to do anything for them. When they have not seen anything in the city. Today, go to rural areas. See how the roads are springing up everywhere. Today in the FCT capital, see how the development is going. So why would you now say that, look, we won't vote for the ruling party?
But you know that there are parts of the elite that are not happy with what is happening in the FCT.
It's natural. It's natural. You cannot have where everybody is happy. I've already told you this.
Mm-hmm. So how are you measuring the fact that the president will win or that the area councils will go to the APC as a result of what is happening when you know that everybody might not necessarily be happy?
How do you measure
with developments in the FCT?
How do you support candidates? You support candidates based on what your party has been able to do. Let people, whether you like Asuwaju as a person or not, shouldn't be, is what has he done to change FCT.
So for some people it may be what has he done for the FCT, but for some people it will be what has he done for me?
No, he cannot do everything for everybody. It's not possible. Even if he stays there for 20 years, it will be difficult.
But that's the correlation that politicians need to make.
No, please. No, that's not correct. Today, if I'm supporting area council chairman, I have a reason to say, vote for this person. Why would they vote for him? They vote for him because I can count. See what we have done. Buhari, see what we have done. Abadi, see what we have done. That is the truth. Except you have a personal thing.
No, Your Excellency, let me put it like this.
No, let me tell you.
You won't even let me land on the question.
No, you have said elites.
No.
Look, let me tell you. Who are these elites?
Maybe not just
where are they? Land and rent administration is a key area of concern in the federal capital territory.
Yes.
There are feelings that land is being taken arbitrarily and partiality in land and rent administration. And Mope was talking about disaffection. This is potentially an explosive.
Can I tell you that? That's why there are certain decisions you take that will not be palatable to everybody. It has been like that. And when you take a decision that affects the elite, obviously, someone has come to make a change. And that change is affecting you.
Suppose they then make political gains out of that.
Oh, how many of them? How many?
Well,
Look. Take for example, in the river park, I have no business. People should know what is the history. That is a land that was given under Obasanjo's administration to some Ghanaians who go under Jonathan something. Now they came and said, look, we needed partnership with some Nigerians who will be able to help for approval for development. That's how they had the issue of Polo Homes. Polo Homes does not have any agreement with the FCT. No. And unfortunately, that lease agreement had expired And what we did, in order not to deny Nigerians of that property they've got, it was okay. Look, follow whom you have no business with FCT. Jonathan something, not Jonathan as president. Sorry, you understand what
Jonah Heights.
Jonah. So now, the agreement you had with FCT had expired. But we must protect Nigerians or other people who already have gotten property. And what do? We give them direct CFOs to protect them. Ordinarily, if we go by the rules, whatever you are doing with polo homes will not stand. Will not stand. Now, and I said, look, we will cancel the CFOs that the polo homes are giving and give to those Nigerians directly. They don't have their direct CFO, not under this with the polo home. Because by law, there's no relationship. But people don't want to hear the truth. People don't want to hear the truth. And we're saying nothing should go ahead again. And the man went to court. He went to court. Instead of him to wait the outcome of the court, he using that to say, oh, let us be developing. Nobody does that. I signed the development control directive. Go and bring the whole thing down. You can't go to court and using court to now begin to develop when you don't have the order.
Your Excellency.
No. So people should know that it is difficult. The government did not do it yesterday. Does not mean the government will not do it today. So many things happen. And you know a lot of life complained. And now you see a government that is taking position to say, look, it can't continue this way. Yes, it will affect you. That's the sense of government. Look at the decision that the president took about the subsidy. It is a strong decision.
Exactly, which is where I was really going to.
Decision, but who is benefiting from it? It has enabled the states.
You've just said the state governors.
To have more money to provide infrastructure in the state.
Your Excellency, that's the problem. You see, because a lot of politicians always, or governors, or people with executive power, always assume that infrastructure is a thing. While infrastructure is important, the quality of life of Nigerians is even more important. Are they able to eat? Do they have access to health care? What sort of schools do their children go to?
Can I tell you something?
These are the things that affect Nigerians.
When you say infrastructure, they like the quality of life. Infrastructure does not only mean doing roads. Infrastructure has to also talk about improving the health standards, improving the quality of schools. Yeah. Today, go and see what's happening in FCT. Is there any improvement in terms of the schools?
Yeah, but we can't say that across the states. That's the point.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that each state has to give account. I am giving account in terms of FCT. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Unfortunately, it's a federal structure where the president cannot, as his school principal, begin to hold the cane and flog governors to come and account for extra monies they've gotten since subsidy was removed.
Look.
Is the people of those states that have those responsibilities?
That's what I'm saying. It is the people that will decide. But if you are saying in FCT, can they say that the improvement in terms of change of quality of life? You see, one thing I've always told people, you can also say, for example, if you don't have a good road, that will affect your life. And negatively.
It certainly will, Your Excellency.
Let
me concede that to you.
First thing first.
It certainly will. But let me also say...
let me finish. Let me finish. First thing first. Can you today go to work? How? Yes, because the roads have been opened up. Can you today say there's improvement in terms of our schools? Yes, they are renovating the schools. Can you today say, look, there's quality? What makes quality of school?
Exactly.
I'm coming. Infrastructure is only one of the factors. Not only having teachers. No. You can have good teachers without
a good
what's the quality of life of those teachers?
Learning environment. You cannot. You cannot affect. So you cannot say just when you determine to say, oh, you are not doing anything. You cannot say that the government of today is not doing anything in terms of improving the quality of education.
All right.
So, wait, one second.
Honorable Minister, Rotus has
something
something new
real
to
quick.
throw into
So
the mix.
just to follow up on that, safety is what I want to ask you about, just to follow up on safety. So the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council has its 2025 rankings of the states. The FCT is in the top 5. It's Lagos, Kaduna, Oyo, FCT, and Ogun State. But me talking to entrepreneurs that are there, they've talked about the roads, they've talked about the flyovers, the infrastructure, and they've commended your leadership of that. But they do talk about safety. You've seen what's been going on with the insecurity around the country and so on and so on. So what are you doing to make things more safe for business owners and individuals?
And that is why we're making the environment to be to create an enabling environment for business to move on. That has to do that. You have to improve security. If you don't have good infrastructure, you cannot talk about doing business. You cannot. Let people not roll away. Our problem is that we think that these things have to be done at the same time. No. Take first that for government, for infrastructure, for business to improve, there must be good road network. It is very, very critical. It's one.
Okay.
2, there must be enabling environment in terms of security. Have we improved the security in FCT? Would you say no? Would you say no? No, you can't say that.
What
But
about
that's what he's saying. That's what the report says.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you said here in terms of ranking.
Yeah.
That Abuja has improved.
Yeah, but in terms of security,
that's what I'm
which
saying.
is a component of that
You
report.
cannot be ranked. And when there's no improvement in security, you cannot. You cannot.
What about health?
Right, that's what I'm saying. You people's problem about health is that, one, you will have provided, first of all, you have to talk about infrastructure in terms of health. You have to talk about it. You have to. Are we doing anything in terms of improving infrastructure in health? Certainly, yes. Yes. But you see, when you say, you cannot only take one issue for you now to say nothing is happening. It must be cumulative. For you to say Abuja is doing well in terms of business. Why are they doing well in terms of business? Because certain parameters are used to judge. So it's not good when you sit down, you say, okay, this is not working. And therefore you conclude that nothing is going on in Abuja. I've told people, take things step by step. Yes. As it is today, go and see the contracts that have been awarded in terms of improving on the schools. Not less than 200 schools, as we speak now, is going on with renovation. If the schools, you don't have good infrastructure, if you don't have the best teachers, it will not work.
Yeah, but Your Excellency, we cannot remove the place of teachers, quality teachers,
that is
quality
the problem,
health
that
professionals.
Is the problem you people are having. You are saying that,
Yeah.
First of all, take it that, have they taken steps, first of all, to improve the quality of education? And what are those steps? Improvement infrastructure in terms of schools. You cannot, I have always told people this, and that is the mistake in assessment. You don't just say, oh, you cannot say things are moving when the quality of teachers. No. First of all, you talk about quality of teachers in terms of the quality in terms of training. You cannot say, if you have good teachers and there are no good schools, it will not work.
Can I ask you, how would you measure?
Let's go.
No. Because we want to have some, we need to have some quick takeaways. We have just about 5 minutes
Left.
Just about 5 minutes. And we need to have some quick takeaways. One is on the issue of...
You are asking a question.
Okay, do you want to ask?
I thought it was my time.
Okay. All right.
We cannot deny that governors have so much money at their disposal now. I know a governor who takes on the average 77 billion naira a month, one of the South governors. What advice do you have for these governors at this time? I also know a governor who admitted that he has done in 2 years what he didn't do in 4 years. In fact, it's the Kwara governor that told me this. So some of them are doing something. But in what areas do you want to see improvement on their part so that people can feel the impact of this subsidy removal that has brought in some people?
That's what I'm saying, that if the president has made it possible for you to have access to funding, what it means that you have to use such funding to improve the quality of life How do you talk about the quality of life of citizens? You talk about good schools. You talk about good road network. You talk about improvement in health. You talk about agriculture.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it will be wrong for you to say that because all these ones have not been done, therefore nothing has happened. It's wrong. I've told people that you have 4 years in office. You've taken 2 years. You still have another 2 years, which means you still have opportunity to change things. So if I have said, look, we have done good roads, we are doing renovation of schools, that means we are taking steps to improve the quality of life. Whether anybody likes it or not, when you talk about assessment, when somebody comes to Abuja, for example, what's the first thing that matters? They will say, look, Abuja is not changing. Why is it not changing? The roads are bad. When the roads are good, then they give the story as an indicator that, okay, now things are happening.
All right.
So I have told you that we have also taken in terms of health, that we have taken number of health that we are trying to renovate and put well and provide good quality of health infrastructure. It's important.
It's very important, but I want to bring things back to Rivers State. Your body language, so far today, you said you cannot say on your mandate we can stand. That gives you, a ticket to join to another party. You said as a leader, you have to not break agreements. You've also said that joining a party means what can you bring, what can you deliver. Does Governor Fubara have your support for a second term in Rivers State? Because it was you that delivered Rivers State for the president in the 2023 elections, and it seems it is you that has the control here. So can you let the Nigerians know that you are both on the same team and he has a second term?
That's what I've always said. That there are so many factors you have to take into consideration. Trust is very important. Even if you can provide good road network and you don't have that trust, people don't have that trust in you in terms of moving the state forward, it's a factor. It's a factor. Because in doing this, okay, take for example, if you can't work with legislature, how can you provide good road network? How can you provide good quality of school? So it requires unity. It requires never that I must work with the legislature.
Okay, so how are you addressing that?
And that's why you have seen that at the national level,
yes,
the president knows it does not only him cannot. He needs the National Assembly to pass the budget for him, to be able to access the funds to work. So if you don't do that, whatever you are thinking is wrong.
As the leader in Rivers State, in order for us not to be talking about Wike APC, Fubara APC days after tomorrow, as the leader, what are you going to do differently to ensure that both of you work together, at least for the president? That's number one. Then two, the January, we heard from Grapevine that your talk about January is that you are embarking on local government tour. Is it a show of force? What is it really all about? Quickly, because we have just about a minute.
Now, I've told you here, first of all, that when I say I'm touring local government, the part of it is that, thank you for giving us support. We still need their support. But they will ask you, what have you done? As the federal minister, what have you done? So there must be a synergy. If there's no such synergy between the government at the state level and the legislature and the chairman of local government, it does not work.
So you are calling for that synergy?
I've already done that. And that's why I say,
are you going to work practically to achieve that?
Having synergy with legislature. Having synergy, and in truth, you don't just come out on national television, say, oh, I'm providing road. Who provide the fund for you? Is the legislature. Let's not deceive ourselves.
All right.
So you need is critical. Okay, if you don't work well with the legislator, if you don't, I cannot go to the legislator to provide or to have access to get you such funds. How will you change the life of the people? And people should tell you the truth.
All right, so Honorable Minister, no for question again. We just have to end it. Thank you so much. Let me just start from my colleagues. Babajide, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And Rutus. I hope it was a very good experience.
Yes, it was fantastic. Thank you.
And Festus as well.
Thank you very much for having me.
Good.
It's been a pleasure.
Malamazu.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for having me.
Thank you for also coming to find out what we're doing in FCT and what is happening in the
Rivers.
state.
Rivers State.
Whether you like it or not, there must be synergy. There must be.
Yes.
And let nobody go home and deceive you.
Ah.
You cannot do it alone. You require the support. You, as a governor, leadership entails that it is for you to know how to relate with the legislature to be able to move the state ahead.
All right. Thank you so much, Honorable Minister. It's been nice having you.
Thank you very much.